The Dumpster Dive. A true life story narrated by Alternative Humanity. The late autumn chill hung in the air, a crisp reminder of the season's inexorable shift. Outside the vibrant Mexican restaurant on Maple Street, the once golden daylight had surrendered to the encroaching twilight, casting a shadowed veil over the bustling parking lot. Inside, the atmosphere buzzed with the warmth of conversation and the fragrant allure of sizzling enchiladas, fragrant cilantro, and zesty salsa. Amidst this conviviality, Alex Reynolds, a high school senior, was ensconced in the comforting embrace of his friends and a hearty meal. The evening had been a rare reprieve from the relentless grind of homework and looming exams. Alex felt a sense of liberation as he reveled in the delightful chaos of a busy dinner with friends. Laughter filled the air, mingling with the rhythmic clinking of silverware. Each bite of his meal seemed to wash away the stress that had been building over the past weeks. The day's troubles felt distant, like a cloud slowly fading away. But in a cruel twist of fate, Alex's sense of relief would soon evaporate, replaced by a tidal wave of panic and dread. As the group finished their meal, Alex absently tossed his car keys onto his tray and, distracted by animated conversation, didn't notice when the tray was collected and whisked away by a waitress. His friends, blissfully unaware of the catastrophe brewing, continued their light-hearted chatter. It wasn't until Alex and his friends exited the restaurant and approached the parking lot that the reality of his mistake hit him like a freight train. A cold knot of fear tightened in his stomach as he reached into his pocket, only to find it glaringly empty. His heart raced as he patrolled the empty lot, frantically searching for his keys among the shadows of parked cars. With each passing moment, the knot in his chest grew tighter, squeezing the air from his lungs. A rising tide of panic surged within him as he sprinted back inside the restaurant, his face a mask of anxiety. He found the same middle-aged worker whose name tag read Carlos, just finishing his duties in the dining area. Desperation edged Alex's voice as he recounted the predicament. Carlos listened intently, his face a mixture of concern and sympathy. "I'm really sorry," Carlos said, shaking his head. "I haven't seen any keys. I just took the trash out to the dumpster." Alex's heart sank like a stone in a deep well. The possibility that his keys were now buried under heaps of refuse was a horrifying prospect. He felt a suffocating sense of dread and helplessness. With no spare key and his father's phone out of reach, Alex was faced with an insurmountable problem. The gnawing fear of being stranded in the dark, with no immediate help in sight, intensified his panic. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Like and share this video with your friends and family. The world is slowly becoming a cold and dark place. Sad stories are usually shared more often on our news feeds and are promoted more quickly than positive ones. Whenever you like and share our content with your circles, you shine a bright ray of hope into this world which echoes in eternity. This act of kindness will help more people to see such positive content on their video feed and make this world a much more positive community. How do we change the world? We will do so through one random act of kindness at a time, one video at a time. Now, back to our amazing story of kindness. In a flurry of frantic thoughts, he resolved to search the dumpster himself, despite the stomach-turning nature of the task. The thought of diving into the refuse, of sifting through remnants of discarded meals and waste, was almost too much to bear. But as he turned to leave, determined to face the mess, something remarkable happened. Carlos, sensing the urgency in Alex's demeanor, abruptly stopped him. "Wait," he said, his voice firm yet gentle. "I'll help you." Alex was taken aback. His initial wave of relief quickly gave way to the unsettling realization that the dumpster would soon be his battleground. The prospect of having Carlos wade through the refuse on his behalf filled him with both gratitude and guilt. But Carlos, undeterred by the grim task ahead, proceeded to the rear of the restaurant, where the dumpster loomed like a dark, foreboding monolith. With a determined set to his shoulders, Carlos approached the dumpster and began to methodically sift through the waste. The pungent odor of discarded food and refuse wafted into the night air, a stark contrast to the savory smells of the restaurant's kitchen. Alex watched, a knot of anxiety still clenched in his stomach. Each movement Carlos made seemed like an eternity, each discarded item a potential barrier between Alex and his keys. Minutes stretched into what felt like hours. The scene was almost surreal. Carlos a silhouette against the dim streetlight, maneuvering through heaps of trash with a combination of resolve and precision. Alex's anxiety swirled with a cocktail of hope and despair. He shifted from foot to foot, his gaze never leaving Carlos as he labored tirelessly. The world outside seemed to recede, leaving only the man's unwavering dedication and the looming shadow of the dumpster. The night air grew colder, each gust of wind a cruel reminder of Alex's growing sense of desperation. The silence was punctuated only by the rustling of trash bags and Carlos's occasional murmured encouragement to himself. It felt like a scene from a harrowing drama, where the outcome remained uncertain until the very last moment. And then, amid the relentless search, a cry of triumph broke through the tension. Carlos's voice, filled with relief and excitement, pierced the night. "I've got them!" Alex's heart soared as he rushed over, his face a mixture of disbelief and immense gratitude. Carlos held up the set of keys, their metallic gleam catching the faint light from the street lamp. The sight of them, so simple yet so crucial, was like a beacon of salvation. Thank you so much," Alex exclaimed, his voice cracking with emotion. The gratitude he felt was overwhelming, a torrent of relief that flooded over him. Carlos simply smiled, his eyes twinkling with kindness. "I'm glad I could help. You looked like you needed it." In that moment, as Alex clutched the keys tightly in his hand, he felt an immense wave of relief and admiration for the man who had gone above and beyond. The evening's events had turned from a potential disaster into a profound lesson in human kindness. Carlos's actions were not merely about recovering lost keys, but about demonstrating the power of compassion in the face of adversity. As Alex drove away, the night's chill was no longer a burden but a reminder of the unexpected kindness he had witnessed. The keys, now safely in his possession, were a symbol of more than just a resolution to his problem. They represented a touching moment of empathy and generosity. The days that followed saw Alex recounting the story to friends and family, each retelling infused with a sense of reverence for Carlos's remarkable act of kindness. The tale of the dumpster dive became more than just a recounting of a troubling event. It became a testament to the extraordinary capacity for goodness that exists in the world. In the weeks that followed, Alex found himself reflecting more deeply on that night. The memory of Carlos's selfless act became a guiding principle, inspiring him to approach his own interactions with greater empathy and understanding. The lesson learned from that harrowing experience was etched into his consciousness, a reminder of the profound impact that a single act of kindness can have. Carlos's actions that night were a shining example of how compassion can shine through even the most challenging circumstances. The impact of his gesture extended beyond the immediate resolution of Alex's problem, touching the very core of what it means to be human. It was a powerful reminder that, in a world often fraught with difficulties, acts of kindness and selflessness can offer a glimmer of hope and humanity. As Alex moved forward in his life, the memory of that evening remained a beacon of inspiration. The kindness of a stranger had transformed a moment of crisis into a profound experience of gratitude and hope. And so, Alex carried with him the spirit of that unforgettable night, a spirit that encouraged him to pay forward the generosity he had received and to always believe in the goodness that exists in others. In the end, the story of the dumpster dive was more than just a dramatic account of lost keys. It was a powerful narrative about the impact of human kindness and the importance of maintaining faith in the goodness of people. The memory of Carlos's unwavering dedication and compassion became a cherished lesson, reminding Alex and all who heard the story of the extraordinary power of empathy and the difference one person can make in another's life. There is a popular quote by Harold Kushner that states, "When you are kind to others, it not only changes you, it changes the world." As alternative humanity, We are committed to changing the world together with you by populating the world with stories of kindness, love, and respect. What are your major takeaways from today's story? Let us know in the comment section. Would you like to share with the world your unique experience of kindness, love, and respect? Send us a quick email, and we will definitely feature your story in our next video. Remember, be the change you wish to see in the world. See you in our next video.